hunting structure. Um, hunting structure and deer funnels. There's a relationship between hunting structure and deer funnels. And I don't know if I can do it in one video. I'd probably need several maps. So let me just talk about a big high-level approach to that. I found, and there's documentation for that deer's activity is somewhat focused on different types of terrain, tree lines, such as swamps to a ridge, or swamps to a field, or a field to a ridge, or pine to hardwoods, pines to fields. All those types of transition areas actually, for whatever reason, somewhat attract. Now, varying degrees, obviously, and how they're situated and where they're situated, so don't use that as a rule of thumb, where you're just going to scout the outskirts of certain structure. It's more about just understanding how deer, almost like bass fishing. I think of it as bass fishing. For example, I mentioned before about rocks. I find rocks, for some reason, tend to be a really good area for at least waiting for a deer to come by. Now, if those rocks are situated in an area where there's absolutely no sign ever, for whatever reason, obviously that's very poor. But you got to have the mixture of things. So funnels come up in the subject because certain structure types will cause certain funnels. And what funnels are, it's where deer kind of walk in a concentrated area for whatever reason. Either there's two fields on one side and there's a small set of brush where they walk through, or things of that nature. So I'm probably going to get into this big deal about funnels because that's actually the only way I hunt nowadays. Because the deer tend not to be as predictable as it can be in a hunting situation. It's all about escape routes and hunting funnels and so forth. So that's where I kind of hunt right now. For the past 5 or 6 years, I've been hunting somewhat of a secondary hunting funnel that they don't necessarily go by every single day or use, or even when the shooting starts, you might not see them. It has a low concentration of deer, but I know from my prior scouting that late in the season they tend to filter through. There are times where they come through, and I think I understand how to hunt that, and I'm okay with hunting that sometimes when I know I could be somewhere else and have a better chance of seeing something. And because of the terrain I'm hunting, I'm technically hunting a funnel with several funnels inside of it, so it's kind of an odd mixture where I could see more than one deer, and it's kind of a bedding area, but it's kind of away. It's hard to explain, but just think about that terrain, how deer walk through the terrain, not necessarily what you see when you walk up the ridge or whatever. Think about it a strategic way, how deer walk. They obviously want to be seen in a minimal way, so how do they do that? There's things called, I think they're called saddles. I could be wrong on the terminology, but where I'm hunting, there's almost like there's a ridge, steep ridge, cuts off a little plateau, another steep ridge. Deer are constantly using that. That's part of the funnel system, and it's only select areas. And I'm hoping that I've actually changed my game plan on that, and they're going to filter back into those areas where they used to always bed down. So hopefully I'll be successful again in a certain area of the larger area that I hunt. So pretty much think about that. I didn't give you much of anything on that, just to think about structure and what you're seeing in the woods. If you're a first-time deer hunter, just think about those things. Simple as a brook, simple as a couple of rocks that they have to walk around, or a blow down, anything of that nature where you see a concentration of tracks or whatever. Think about that, and then think about, if you've seen hunting videos, how they look. What are the deer doing as they're walking through the woods? What are they concentrating on? Maybe that will give you some hints on how to hunt that. Again, I probably have to spend considerably more time with that, but I just want to let you know that that's pretty much what I hunt. I don't hunt scrapes. I don't hunt rubs. I don't waste my time with that. I try to find terrain, try to understand that terrain, try to understand, for my area, hunting pressure, and then hunt off of that. Trying to factor that in almost in a mathematical formula. So hopefully you enjoyed my video. Hopefully I gave you a kind of an understanding. Additional reading and maybe YouTube videos would help the beginner or the novice hunter to try to understand that a little bit better. But it's something I do, especially on open land or state land. You can't really hunt a scrape line or anything like that. So hunt funnels, try to figure out what the hunting pressure is, and then try to find funnels associated in relationship to those. And depending on a few factors, maybe follow all these kind of simple guidelines and learn a few more other tricks by yourself. You could probably see a lot of deer, or a lot of deer for Maine standards. So hopefully you enjoy my video, and I look forward to speaking to you again. Thank you.
Toes pushing on the forest floor, my heart rate jumps even more. Looking for the buck to fill my tag, straight out of a hunting bag. Drop time 14, making his way down. It's time for his last showdown. Breathe in, breathe out, hold it, fire away.